What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I am here with good news and, well, the problem is this news has gone and dropped on April the 1st, and I hate April Fool's Day. The reason I hate April Fool's Day is very, very simple. It is a day where everybody just lies to your face and thinks they're really funny and clever. Maybe I'm super grinchy about this, but I don't really enjoy it. You do sometimes get really good April Fool's jokes where people have put a whole bunch of time and effort in, it's just the right side of believability, and it's kind of funny and not mean. Generally, April Fool's Day is just people lying to you and then laughing at you. I don't think that's particularly fun. Call me old and grinchy. But the other reason I don't like April Fool's Day is because I cover news about various card games, and when news drops on April the 1st, like has happened here, I'm always sitting here going, is it actually true? And I think this is true. What we've got are images of a whole bunch of new Marvel Champions products, like, for instance, a big box featuring Thanos. And here's the thing. These are actually on the Asmodee Hong Kong website. They're just there. The Asmodee Hong Kong website has these listed. Now, it doesn't have release dates listed, unfortunately. It's just there with pictures, but they're on an Asmodee website. They are not just sitting out there randomly. The other thing that really must be borne in mind here is that these match with leaks we've seen. Now, I've not covered the leaks so far. Sometimes I cover leaks, sometimes I don't. It all comes down to how much I believe them, how much I think I can add, etc. However, since we've got them on the Asmodee website, and, I mean, look at it. These are basically so good that if these are fakes, somebody has gone to way too much effort when making them, and somehow got them on a website that looks like Asmodee, and has Asmodee in the name. So maybe it is actually not real. But come on. Even though it's April the 1st, I do believe it. So and then we don't have release dates here. I don't have an order of these. So when we have some kind of order or whatever, I'll start making some predictions. I'm going to completely ignore release dates for now, because we don't have anything. Now, in terms of a release schedule, remember Galaxy's Most Wanted comes out this weekend. It is basically here. And then we have got 3 hero packs that have gone and been officially confirmed. As in, they have been actually revealed and we've seen them, and there have been articles and all of that. We know we're getting Gamora, we know we're getting Drax, and we know we're getting Star-Lord. These are official, these have been confirmed. It seems like, and again, there's no guarantee at this stage, but it seems like that is actually it for the Guardians of the Galaxy. I was going, wow, that would give us all 5 of the main Guardians. What comes next? Not Guardians. It seems like the Guardians block is nice and small. We got Galaxy's Most Wanted bringing us Rocket and Groot. We then get Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, and that's it. We're done. Those are the Guardians of the Galaxy. And then we're moving on to something new. Now, I am assuming that the Mad Titan Shadow, I think I said Showdown a minute ago, it's clearly Shadow, the Thanos box, I'm assuming that's the next one after Guardians of the Galaxy, purely because, well, we've seen that Fantasy Flight like to start the block with a big box. The second phase of the Avengers block started with Rise of the Red Skull, and then we've seen that the Guardians block is starting with Galaxy's Most Wanted. So this makes perfect sense. Now, the thing is, we can't actually see, I can't see at least, and stop me if I'm wrong there, I can't see any heroes on that pack. What we can see is Thanos, and we can see the Black Order. So up in the top right there, we've clearly got the Ebony Maw. We've got Proxima Midnight just underneath there. I believe that is Supergiant in the top left. I believe that is, I want to say Black Dwarf over there on the left. And Corvus Glaive in the bottom left. I believe that's who they are. Now, this in and of itself is weird, because remember, in these big box expansions, we are expecting 5 villains or 5 scenarios and 2 heroes. In Rise of the Red Skull, we got 5 scenarios, 2 heroes. In Galaxy's Most Wanted, we're getting 5 scenarios, 2 heroes. We had Hawkeye and Spider-Woman in Rise of the Red Skull. We had Rocket and Groot in Galaxy's Most Wanted. I'm not sure there are any heroes in the Mad Titan Shadow. I think this is purely villains. And bear with me when I'm going through this, all right? One of the biggest complaints I have seen from everybody on the Facebook group is we've got too many heroes and we don't have enough villains. So surely it makes sense for Fantasy Flight to go, well, hang on a second. If we're releasing more hero packs than scenario packs, why don't we then just release one big box of scenario packs? Because we've got enough heroes. So I think what you've actually got is 5 villains there in terms of the Black Order and Thanos as a boss. Remember, it will be done as a campaign. So I think it's going to be a campaign where you have 5 villains and you go through and face Thanos at the end. And I don't think there are any new heroes. Because if there were new heroes, why wouldn't there be them on the box? If we only had 5 villains in the box, why are there clearly 6 on the cover? And if we were keeping to what we've done with the other big boxes, this wouldn't make any sense. There are too many villains on the front, there are no heroes. Looking at that box, I think it is a very, very strong prediction that there are no new heroes and there are just villains. And given the complaints people have been making, I think this is pretty sensible. Now, there is one other scenario pack that has gone and been revealed. Bearing in mind, we would expect one scenario pack in amongst a bunch of heroes. And it is the Hood. And I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, the Hood is not my first choice for villains. Now, one thing that must be borne in mind, the Marvel Champions team have been crushing it lately. If they've gone for the Hood, I am fine with it. Essentially, it's a villain that can fly and turn invisible when holding his breath because he's got magic cloak and booties. There have been some good comics with the Hood, to be fair, so this is one of those given the benefit of the doubt. And then in terms of heroes, there's actually, it looks like 5 more that have gone and been revealed. We're getting War Machine. Now, War Machine is very much an Avenger. War Machine was one of the bigger missions from the Avengers run first time round. So it's nice that we're getting War Machine. War Machine, of course, we are talking about a regular person in a suit. It's basically budget Iron Man with more guns. Okay. We are finally getting Vision. And Vision makes perfect sense to me because, I mean, Vision was one that everyone was calling for, right? Vision was what was missing. Now, of course, we've just had WandaVision, and if anyone hasn't watched that, I would highly recommend checking it out because it's amazing. But also, the Vision was like the biggest omission. War Machine was big, but Vision was bigger. Vision was one that everybody wanted, and now it's happening. And this is frankly wonderful. Super powerful, couldn't go intangible. There's lots of good things about Vision, all right? Vision is one we all know a fair bit about. And we've then got 2, and I told you that I thought we were going to start a new block with Mad Titan Shadow, but there are actually 2 hero packs which might come in first, and they are Valkyrie and Nebula. Now, Nebula, for me, I love that we're getting a Nebula hero pack. Of course, we've already seen that in the Gamora hero pack, Nebula is both the signature ally and the nemesis minion, which, of course, thematically in the comics, films, etc. makes perfect sense. They are sisters, they work together, they are enemies. It is beautiful. So, thematically, I love that that's a thing. But Nebula does spend a fair bit of time as a hero and as one of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Must, of course, be pointed out, Nebula is one of the villain scenarios in Galaxy's Most Wanted, so we would at that stage have Nebula as both a villain and a hero and a signature ally and a nemesis minion, which is pretty much what's, everything you could need. And then, of course, we've got Valkyrie, who has been in the films, was in Thor Ragnarok, and I think Valkyrie fits far better with the Guardians of the Galaxy, rather than something like the Avengers. So, you know what? This could be kind of cool. But these do seem legit. I could be wrong. I could be absolutely being taken for a ride here. But the fact of the matter is, if this is a fake, and I don't think it is, it's superbly well done in terms of artwork. It's ended up on an Asmodee Hong Kong site, or one that looks an awful lot like it. We've got multiple packs which have been made to look pretty much perfect. Well, no, actually perfect. And you don't need to... For an April Fool's, you don't need this many, right? You do not need a big box and a scenario pack and 4 heroes. That's too much. That is too much, ladies and gentlemen, for an April Fool's joke. And if we look at the heroes, it makes sense. It fits with leaks. So at this stage, I am willing to say that this is real and it is exciting. Obviously, we don't have any real information about gameplay mechanics and all of that yet, but you know that as soon as any of this is revealed, I will cover it on this channel. It's the kind of thing that I do. But now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you think about these. I want to know if you're happy. I want to know if you're sad. I want to know which of these you would like to have. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts. Me nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Marvel Champions and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.